Hi there, I'm back, and today I want to do a quick DIY recipe for my dog Romeo. He gets supplements every day with his breakfast, and if you have a dog that takes supplements or is on a daily medication, this is a fun project to do for your dog. He will love it, and it's much healthier than buying those pre-made pill pockets that you can buy in the the grocery store or the pet store. They're if you read the ingredient list, they're filled with a lot of artificial ingredients and chemical preservatives, food coloring, flavorings as well, and it's just a lot of artificial ingredients that are really not very healthy for your pets. So I'm going to show you one today. This is my variation of one that I found a lot of online when I was searching for recipes on how to do these pill pockets where they actually hold together once you push a pill into it. And there's a lot of them out there that are the three ingredients of dairy milk, a creamy, smooth version of peanut butter, and white all-purpose flour. And the reason I'm making my own version of this is because I want to eliminate the white flour. I don't really know that I need the milk either, but at this point, the white flour is my main concern. We as human beings have been warned in the news and in articles not to consume raw flour, so I really don't know why I would want to give it to my pets either. But I do want to keep Romeo's carb load as low as possible. He gets some vegetables and occasionally a fruit like berries or apples in his food, but it's mostly meat with just a few vegetables to balance out his vitamin mineral intake during each day. So what I did was I bought some regular whole almonds. They are unsalted, just your run-of-the-mill whole almonds that you can buy in the baking section of any grocery store. And I ground them into a meal. You can also use almond flour if you already have that. I did not want to spend the money on it. If you if you use almonds, almond flour, almond milk often, you'll see very quickly, or you may already know, that when you buy it already pre-ground, it's way more expensive than just buying the almonds and doing it yourself. So I had these almonds already. I put them in my glass chopper. I wasn't sure if this chopper bowl could handle it because it's really not terribly powerful, but it is doing a really good job. And I pre-ground most of it, or most of the way, because this video would have been a lot longer otherwise. But I'm just sort of giving this one last couple of buzzes there, and as you can see, it ground them really well. Now, this isn't going to go into a flour by any means. It's just not that powerful enough, and it just has this one really tiny blade. But this is a really nice almond meal, and when I add the peanut butter, it's going to stick together really well. So I have about 2 cups of almonds that I put in here that I've ground into the meal. And since I'm kind of doing this on my own, I'm not using the flour and the milk and all that. I'm kind of having to construct the recipe from the ground up. I am starting with a 1/4 cup of creamy peanut butter. And this is just plain old peanut butter that you can get at the grocery store. If you have your own homemade, that would work too. Go ahead and give that a go. You can also use almond butter. For me, that was a little too expensive, and I usually make my own almond butter, but I don't happen to have any on hand at the moment. So, and it is a little bit stiffer to work with. Peanut butter is really nice and sticky. So I'm going to go with the peanut butter, and I know Romeo loves it. So we're going to put that 1/4 cup of peanut butter in there, and I'm going to see how much it takes to pull this together like a dough. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, I think I put more nuts in here than I initially planned on, but I didn't want to make this dough, and it turns out it only makes like 10 of these. He takes several supplements, so I'd only have 2 or 3 days worth and then have to start all over again. So I'm going to put another 1/4 cup of peanut butter into the mix here. I'm going to measure it out so that if I get a recipe that works, I can write it up, print it off, and not have to stand here remembering what I did the first time. So Okay, so another quarter cup. So we're up to half a cup. So we're going to keep track here. We'll try our best anyway. And we'll give this a spin. So I may need to put a little liquid in here, which I will. It is sticking, but it's a bit stiff. So I'm going to pause for just a moment. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add a little milk, but I'm going to use almond milk. So we're going to keep it all in the same theme here. And because I bake, I can kind of guesstimate half of this eighth of a cup is going to be a couple of tablespoons. So we're going to start there, because you can always add more, but you can't take it back. So, or can't take it out once it's in there. So let's give this a spin and see what we get here. It does look like it's pulling together as a nice dough. Now, I don't mind that it's a little bit stiff, because that means it'll hold together better when I put a pill or a supplement in there. Let's see, how does this feel? See, as long as it holds its shape. Yeah, so we're pretty much there. It's a little bit sticky, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to form these into balls, probably smaller than this, and put it in the fridge to firm up. Okay. Okay, so I went ahead, I paused the video for just a moment so I could just finish kind of getting that stirred in all the way, that little bit of almond milk. And this is our dough, as it were. It's nice and sticky, but it's pretty substantial. You know, it's a little bit of stiffness to it. And then I have my tray already prepared. This is just a metal tray from my toaster oven that I just lined with some parchment paper. It's easier to remove them when they come out of the fridge or the freezer, depending on how quickly you need them to be firmed up. And then we're just going to roll them into little balls. Because I bake a lot, I have several sizes of these cookie scoops, and I have a real big one for making cupcakes. And this is my smallest one. I'm not sure. I think that's an inch and a half. I'm not sure. But it depends on the size of your dog, too. If you have a really small dog, you're going to roll these much smaller. So it measures out, so I get the same size every time, and I'm just going to do that. And then we're going to just roll it into a nice ball like that. Okay, and then I can set them on my tray, and I can just keep going until I have all of these rolled up and ready to go in the refrigerator. All right. So I will do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got them all rolled out, and now what I'm going to do is just take the wider square end of a chopstick, and I'm just going to poke a small hole. And if it cracks, you just, push it back together. And that'll just be, our little starter point where we're going to put the pill or the supplement. Oh, sorry, my hand and arm is in the way. Here, let's do these down here. And I'm just kind of twisting it a little just because it is square, and to twist back and forth, it kind of rounds out the hole that I'm making here. You can see that. So you're just giving it an entry point. That way too, once these are cold out of the fridge, and you push something really big in there, like a fish oil capsule or something like that, they're really big and very round, kind of fat in the middle, it might crack a little bit. This way you already have the hole in there, so it should hopefully just push in there without a lot of effort. So now for the acid test, Let's see, do a little demo here. Of course, that one wants to crack. Okay. Okay, so now for the acid test, we have our sit. Yeah, does that smell good? Romeo, sit. Good boy. So he takes glucosamine as one of his supplements. So you're just going to put it in there and just give it a squeeze to kind of keep it in there. Or you could even do this to hide it all together. And does that look good? Yo, look at you. Yay, that yummy. Good boy. Okay. So if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any new uploads. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Romeo sure does. Right, buddy? Yeah? Okay. And there's the itchy skin. Okay. So if you like my videos, again, please give me a thumbs up. Again, this is for my almond and peanut butter doggy pill pockets. And if I will put the recipe down below if you'd like to give it a try for your own pets, that would be great. And have a great day. Bye-bye.